If it happens in wrestling, it happens here. This is the Superkick Society. Welcome in and welcome all to this week's episode of the Superkick Society, Josh. How are you doing today?
A lot better now that I've seen you do your little warm-up ritual dance
My
that
little
I
dance?
definitely will be leaving in the YouTube cut of this podcast.
Yes! Okay, that was the point. Kind of hyped, kind of, um, yeah, I'm stoked
Excited,
for this
feeling
week.
feels. Yeah.
I got some breaking news for you, actually, that even you are not aware of.
Okay. You finally got a job?
I, not quite. I wish. It's far from that. But I am officially a Kit Wilson supporter. I am on the
Bang.
toxic train. I cannot describe how much I want a Kit Wilson push. This is giving
Yes.
such Joe Hendry energy, and it could be so much more than just a stupid gimmick on SmackDown. He's got heat.
The
I
propaganda
love
has
it.
worked.
It's on the Superkick Society TikTok. I am heavy into Kit Wilson right now, man.
Yes. That is genuinely wonderful news to me. Glad you're
It's
no
almost
longer
on par
toxic.
if I got a job.
Summer internship or Kit Wilson
Kit
US
Wilson
title push?
supporter, summer internship.
It's all the same, really.
Yeah. Do you know if I get a summer internship with Kit Wilson,
Oh, that's
mind
it.
explodes.
That's it. The podcast has to end. You'll be too busy living the high life.
Living the high life with Kit Wilson.
Oh man, I'm so glad to hear you say that. What a way to kick off the podcast this
Thought
week.
I'd kick it off with a bang. It's breaking news. Everybody wants to know what train I'm on. I'm on the Kit Wilson train, baby.
Nice. All right, speaking of, let's just jump right into this week in wrestling. Kit Wilson got promo time. Ladies and gentlemen, 2026 is officially peak.
Oh my
Kit
God.
Wilson got
This
promo
is
time.
the year of Kit Wilson.
That's
But
it.
Royal Rumble winner. Book it. Book the hell out
Book
of
it.
him. Give
Main
him the
event both nights
title.
of Mania.
Suck it, Drew. Kit Wilson's defeating you at the Royal Rumble. Nah, maybe not the Royal Rumble. I want him to win the Royal Rumble. I'll
Oh
let
yeah.
Drew have it for a bit, but it's Kit Wilson's title. It's got his name on it.
Oh yeah. It's destined to happen.
Drew's toxic, to say the least.
Toxic. Unbelievably.
All right. I think it's gone a bit too unserious now. I'm done with my Kit Wilson propaganda.
Let's
You
get
may
it back
continue.
on track.
Yes.
Where do we go from here? It's just been Kit
Let's go
Wilson.
on with the
There's
SmackDown
only Kit
episode.
Wilson up here.
Let,
It's
let's go
just
on with
Kit
the
Wilson.
let's carry on with the SmackDown episode because it was pretty jam-packed. We have our or our fatal four-way figured out, which is massive. Um Sami Zayn defeating Ilya Dragunov, Trick Wilson defeating Matt Cardona,
Trick
Damian
Wilson?
Priest. Or,
Trick Wilson.
I'm so like brainwashed by Kit Wilson right now. This is ridiculous.
Oh, the Kit Wilson brain rot.
Trick Williams defeats Matt Cardona. Damian Priest defeats Solo Sikoa, and Randy Orton defeats The Miz. Now, I was just reading those off, and I still have that Kit Wilson ingrained in my brain. But the Fatal Four Way: Damian Priest, Randy Orton, Trick Williams, and Sami Zayn. Megastar upon megastar upon megastar upon megastar. This match is going to be hefty.
Hmm.
Um, I think we know who's going to win. I would put a lot of money on who I think to win. I think
Kit
it's pretty
Wilson?
written in the stars. Oh man, I wish. Um,
But it's
but
Sammy
no, he's gonna win the Rumble. It's fine. But yeah, I think it's Sammy.
in
There's a chance
Montreal.
Sammy could enter the Rumble if he loses against Drew. That could be huge. Randy Orton seems to be going a different direction, which
Mm.
I am very excited about with his slippery snake heel energy coming along pretty well.
Hmm.
There are rumors, there are wisps of energy that Randy Orton might have been the one to attack Jacob Fatu, which
Mm.
is
Big story.
massive. And that would be heel Randy. We saw with Randy and Drew's promo, Jacob attacks Drew. Randy laughs. He cackles in the
Hmm.
ring. So that is a massive sign. Drew still imminent that he did not attack Jacob. If he did, he would give it up by now. So I clearly it is not Drew.
It's got to be Randy.
It's got to be Randy. And I think fighting Jacob Fatu, I think that will happen on the road to WrestleMania. That will make Randy heel, which then brings Cody into the mix because Jacob cost Cody the championship, which is massive as well. So I don't really know how right now that will connect the three into a Fatu match and then a Cody match for Randy, but I
Hmm.
think it will. Um, I don't know how long it's going to take either. I want Randy and Cody at Mania, but it could be SummerSlam as well. Um,
I mean, that's
but
the thing.
yeah,
Those two don't need a title for a match like that. There's a
exactly.
lot of history, there's a lot of story. You don't need a title to get that match, you know, big upped in the minds of the fans.
It would be beneficial because I do think Randy Orton needs another title run before he retires. It's as simple as that.
It's true.
But I don't think this feud particular requires a title to be good.
Hmm.
But on to the other winners into the Fatal Four Way. I think Damian Priest winning it. He's always been upper mid card. It's not that groundbreaking. I don't think he's gonna win.
No.
He already had a feud with Drew when he had Money in the Bank. He doesn't need this. Trick Williams, it's great to see him work with these types of main card guys or top of the card guys. That's great. I don't think he's gonna win.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
It's a shame, but it's a
they
big
could
stage.
go gung ho and give it to Randy, but I think it's solidly Sami Zayn right now in the front
Hmm.
running.
I mean, that's the thing. It's the Bell Center. It's
Yeah,
Montreal. He's going to get the biggest reaction, and regardless of who you send out there against him, they're going to get the crap booed out
yeah.
of them. Like, the fans do not care for anyone but Sammy in that fatal four way, and it's going to show in the crowd reactions and probably in the booking decision as well. Give Sammy the win in front of the hometown crowd, give him a big title match in the Middle East where he has, familial heritage.
Mhm.
He'll get big reactions over there as well. And maybe that's a sign that he won't be winning the Rumble if he's getting a title match that same night to get the, you know, relative home nationality pop that WWE likes to do with these kind of
Yeah.
throwaway Road to Mania matches.
Yeah, we saw that with that fantastic match between Sammy and Roman at Elimination Chamber. That
Exactly.
was a Montreal match. He could have ended the streak, in my opinion, but
The streak?
yeah, the championship streak. Maybe not. Maybe not the Undertaker streak ended by Sami Zayn per se,
I mean,
but he could have ended the reign of Roman Reigns. Um, it ended up being the finish the story, but that was at its core a throwaway match with a home crowd. So it's the same feeling here. I think it's less of that same feeling because Sammy, I really can't see defeating. I can't see more so Drew losing on his first defense.
mhm.
I think it's a throwaway. I think Drew deserves more than that, and he's worked up to deserve more than that. So I could possibly see Sammy winning the Rumble after losing that day and facing him at Mania as well. But I don't think Sammy wins at the Rumble. I think he wins the Fatal Four Way, not at the Rumble.
Yeah, I think that's fair to
Prediction
say.
loaded.
Now, SmackDown was over in jolly old England. this
Mm,
past week, and we got a big surprise in the US title Carmelo Hayes Open Challenge match.
uh-huh.
We got Leon Slater coming down to the ring with the X Division title. What a
With the
sight to see.
SoundCloud music in the
It's
background.
a banger theme. I'm sorry. Yeah, got massive reactions from the crowd. An absolutely fantastic match, but it is plain to see that, you know,
That's a WWE superstar right there.
yeah,
It's a
he,
matter of time.
he's holding the TNA X Division title, and TNA's, sitting in the corner chair watching it all go down. That's just the reality of the situation. Every wrestling arena has got a TNA chair.
Yep.
You can quote me on that.
TNA did not have a great episode on its AMC debut either, which is
No.
tough to swallow. Well, we could possibly get more into that as the show goes on, but boy, that might have been one of the best technical wrestling matches on a WWE screen I've seen in the last year
Hmm.
between Slater and Carmelo. They mix so well. It really, really reminded me of the Javon Evans fight.
Yes.
And oh my God, Slater is has so much potential. He's so exciting to watch, and like this is the youngest and the lowest of knowledge he's gonna have. Once he gets that top tier ring IQ and top tier technical ability, he's gonna be unstoppable.
That's it. Just that tiny little bit of polish, and he's off to the races.
Yeah.
And you just get the feeling that in this next generation of stars coming up across the globe, Javon and Leon Slater are kind of, well, no pun intended, slated to be wrestling soulmates, tied
Yeah.
together with their careers as they continue on forward,
It's
like
like
Edge and Christian,
Eddie and Ray.
Eddie and Ray, Edge and
Yeah.
Christian, all these big names that just find their way back to each other throughout their careers, keep
Seth
having
and
banger
Roman even.
matches. Yeah.
Wow.
And you just really feel that these two are two peas from the same pod, and they're going to stay that way for the rest of their
Yeah.
careers.
Well, we talked enough about SmackDown. It was a pretty jam-packed SmackDown. But let's go on over to Raw, which was a bit light contested compared to its counterpart. But out of all weeks, there's some big Adam Pearce news,
Hmm.
which is crazy.
It's not
A
something you hear every
big,
day.
yeah, a big confrontation between Adam Pearce and Braun Breaker. I don't really know where it's gonna go. I mean, is this leading to an Adam Pearce match?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. The guy's a multi-time NWA World's Heavyweight
Yeah.
Champ, a polished, qualified, independent wrestler back in his day. I have no qualms about this.
I know there's whispers in the wind about a Nick Aldis return with like
Yes.
his history with Cody Rhodes and possibly a heel Cody prompting that match, but I haven't really heard word about an Adam Pearce match until this week, which
Hmm.
is I'm kind of excited for it. I'm more um I have a bit more knowledge on Nick Aldis's wrestling career over Adam Pearce, so I had more excitement for that possibility than this one.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna watch up on some Adam Pearce matches now.
Yeah. Scrap iron, Adam Pearce.
Yep. So
Yeah,
that's
that
pretty big.
that is pretty big.
It throws a wrench in the Braun Breaker Rumble possibility with that storyline in the mix now. But it proves the mystery behind this year's Rumble. There is no clear favorite, and it's
No.
ridiculous. Sami Zayn was a clear favorite. He's likely gonna have a single match that night. Braun Breaker was a clear favorite. He's has rumbles with Adam Pearce now. And I really I have zero clue on which way this Rumble's gonna go.
And that's the way it should be.
It really should. Like
You
the
should be
past few
left guessing.
years, you've had the Cody Rhodes no-brainers, you've had the Brock Lesnar squashes, you've had like the last time we really had a very solid push for a young, not young at this time, but mid card guy was Drew McIntyre, and that was
Hmm.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what this Rumble does. There's no clear-cut favorite whatsoever. We did see Cody Rhodes say he's the first entrant in the Rumble. I don't know if that's just the first person solidifying that he's in the Rumble or that he's actually the first entrant.
Mm.
But
I think he's the first
Yeah,
person to declare that, hey,
yeah.
I will be in the Royal Rumble at some point. That's more what it seems like to
So
me.
my theory's still alive. A third Royal Rumble for somebody is on the table, but we'll see, I guess. There's a lot of questions on that Royal Rumble. We'll be taking a deep dive the day before with a special guest as well that we can keep alluding to
Oh, yeah.
until that day comes.
Drop some
But
breadcrumbs.
it's going to be an exciting weekend, to say the least. There's a lot of question marks on the board.
Hmm. Now, speaking of question marks, one of the biggest ones that we've had in a while is Finn Balor
Oh, yeah.
championship holder?
Huh?
Huh? It really seems like he's getting a solid push again. Well
Huh?
deserved, honestly, truly well deserved. But you gotta wonder,
Out of nowhere?
are they going to throw a massive wrench in the plans? I mean, Elimination Chamber is coming up in Chicago. That's
Yeah.
usually the last ditch moment for people to win and get a title shot at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm going with this,
Uh,
folks?
CM Punk is from Chicago.
That's literally my brain right now. How did you
Yeah,
know?
I read your mind, man. So I could see a Finn Balor. I hate to say it, but throwaway title. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry. I could see him taking it and then CM Punk taking it back in Chicago.
Or at
Before
Mania?
I don't think CM Punk wins it at Mania. I think they're planning Braun Breaker at Mania.
Hmm.
With this Adam Pearce wrench thrown into things, I could see a Braun Breaker Elimination Chamber win, which would be
Mm.
really cool. But I don't think CM Punk will win it at Mania. I think if he's going to win it along the road to WrestleMania, it'll be in his hometown. That'll just make it more sweet. That gives a championship on Finn Balor, which is pretty cool. Um, yeah, it just it hits all the marks.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's a good way to say it. I got nothing. You said it well.
Yeah, a Finn Balor championship would be pretty cool to begin with. So,
Yeah, I got
um,
no beef with that.
we got big news on NXT too. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
massive match to find out who's the NXT champion. A six-man ladder match. What a way to figure out who's gonna win. Ricky Saints already declares. I forget how they are actually going to declare the fighters. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a series of qualifying matches this week, if I'm not
Think
mistaken.
so.
But yeah, I wouldn't pick any other way. Any other way.
Yeah, ladder match. It's classic
Yep.
NXT. It harkens back to the black and gold days. It makes you yearn for some Mauro Ranallo screaming Mamma Mia at the
Yes.
top of
Some
his
Nigel
lungs.
McGuinness,
Oh, Percy
some Booker
Watson,
T. Yep.
the
The
good,
golden
the good old
days.
days.
Yep.
It really kind of harkens back to that. And here's hoping that these current guys can pull off a match just like the ones of old. Just as good, just as stellar, just as memorable as some of those classic black and gold NXT ladder matches.
I don't know if they officially put him in the match, but after the big beat up at the end of the episode, Tony D'Angelo, the only one left standing,
The
I think
Dawn.
he's clearly going to be in that match. My prediction to win that match. Um, but yeah, Ricky Saints, Tony D'Angelo, those are the ones set in stone right now, I believe. But Keanu Carver is getting some major heat this episode. I
Hmm.
swear I saw him on screen like 10 different times in 10 different storylines. He's a beast. I
Baby
wouldn't mind
Obafemi.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in the ladder match, to be frank. That'd be
Not a
crazy.
bad place to start. No, I think that's a
Uh,
good launching pad. Yeah,
I I
literally too.
completely agree. I don't know where they're gonna go with the other spots in the ladder match. Could be a Miles Bourne, could be an Ethan Page.
All right, hear me out.
Let's hear it. I will hear you out.
I think ladder match entrant and possible winner to really put some life into
Oh.
the NXT men's main event. Powerhouse Hobbs, baby.
I am so down. I am so down.
Come on.
Powerhouse
Who says
Hobbs,
no?
nobody. Absolutely nobody. I know he's most likely going to NXT since they lost. I can't remember if this was televised or at a live event that hasn't been televised yet,
It was
but
at Collision, which is airing
right.
kind of as we're recording this right
Yeah.
now.
So
Spoiler alert
Jets, spoiler alert, breaking news.
for the,
Hangman Adam Page and Jet Speed are the new
yeah,
trios champions.
not
That
bad.
sends possibly Samoa Joe after singles. That finally sends Shibata after singles. And
Yes.
power and let's go of Powerhouse Hobbs, which we know his contract is up and in the eyes of WWE very much so. He's the perfect fit for NXT.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so much top of the card space right now, and he will fit in just right.
And a guy like Powerhouse Hobbs, oh, his contract is up. It's not like he's going to go tour in the indies.
No,
He is going to WWE. There's no doubt about that. I think, I mean, you look at the way WWE's kind of treated some of these AEW stars that they've brought in. Ricky Starks, NXT. Ethan Page, NXT.
Mhm.
Bloody Mariah May, NXT. Give them a little time, a little polish to become established names in WWE fans' minds. And then you can call them up and, teach them the performance center ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think if they were, even for a short bit of
NXT just
time,
allows them to be at the top of a card in a brand.
a brand,
So,
yeah.
a brand, yeah. So I think NXT is the right move for Powerhouse Hobbs with especially with all the space they have at the top of the card right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't hate him being the NXT champion right in the door. I really don't hate it. That would be sick. Oh
Yeah.
my.
And then sets up either a monster heel or a monster baby face that you can just send everyone after.
Heel Hobbs would
Anti-hero
go crazy.
Tony D'Angelo, babyface Ricky Saints. The possibilities are there.
Yeah.
Come on,
Oh
I
my
make a compelling
Lord.
case every now and then.
Oh, dude, every time.
Oh, too kind. Now, speaking of AEW, Powerhouse Hobbs is gone. We mentioned the big title change, not to mention a potential title match coming down the line. Tekla versus Chris Statlander. The Toxic Spider did
Big.
did get a pin on the
That's
champ
big.
in a trios match, but
It
you
pins
just
a
know
pin, man.
pin's a
Pins a
pin.
pin.
It's the one of those wrestling cliches where it's a tag match, it's a trios match, it's
Yep.
whatever.
It's a
And you
story
have
starter. That's what it is.
exactly the challenger who's gonna be challenging for that title down the line, who you know is going to win it someday, pin the current champ.
Yep.
It just makes sense. It's an
Writes
easy story to set up.
itself.
Writes itself. So
We
that is
got
going to be
big
fantastic.
news on the women's top of the card, but AEW is already giving Jake Doyle a massive
Yep.
push.
As they should.
We talked about it last week when he first debuted, whether he's just going to be another Don Callis guy, whether he's going to get a push, whether he's going to get a singles push or a tag team push, but he gets set up with Mark Davis and he takes down in a fatal four-way the Young Bucks, Jet Speed, and the Gates of Agony to literally become the number one contender in his first match to fight FTR. That is
And
unbelievable.
yeah, and you know what? He didn't do it on his own. Mark Davis really deserves a whole lot more credit. I
Mm,
mean, it's such a shame that he went down with injuries, but it allowed Kyle Fletcher to grow and break out in a massive
yeah,
way as a single star. And now that Mark Davis is back from injury, is reunited with Fletcher in a way through the Don Callis family, it's given him a great opportunity to show that he can be a breakout star too. And he got his moments in that match too.
definitely. I'm just shocked at how fast Jake Doyle's rising
Oh,
up the card. Like those
I
are
love
some
it.
big tag teams that he took down, and I love it. I wish TNA did it as a singles run, but
We've
he's
been
getting
saying.
opportunities for gold already, and that's massive,
And
especially against a team like FTR, which they're gonna put on a banger of a match.
And like you just look at Davis and Doyle and you get just a throwback vibe
Oh
from
yeah.
those two. Just big, beefy brawlers, these brutes that can take out and take down anybody. Guns for hire vibe to them.
It's
And
like the Bludgeon Brothers.
exactly. It's just
Late
a,
2010s deep cut, if you know, you know.
it's a perfect pairing. It just makes sense. And I genuinely would not be opposed to them taking the titles off FTR.
That would be
Opens things up,
crazy.
creates so many more possibilities. Yeah, they're probably just keeping the titles on FTR so that we can have another Cage and Cope match down the line.
Woo!
But I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Davis and Doyle pick up the titles in the meantime. FTR versus Cage and
Even a
Cope.
short reign would be pretty cool.
Yeah. FTR versus Cage and Cope, just like Orton and Cody, is not a rivalry that needs titles
Yeah.
involved. That's just the facts.
We also got a debut, or news of a debut
Yes.
for the AEW roster. We got the Rascals coming over, which is pretty big.
That is insane.
TNU is getting shredded, or TNA is getting shredded. My brain is fried today. Oh
Kit
my
Wilson brain
God.
rot's
First
gotten to you.
Kit, bro, I cannot explain the brain rot that Kit Wilson exudes. But TNA is getting absolutely shredded by AEW right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, AEW has been picking apart TNA's roster, taking some of those underutilized guys and gals from their roster, picking them up and bringing them ashore off of potentially a sinking ship in the form of TNA. And you know what? TNA has no one to blame but themselves
Yeah.
for letting those contracts expire, for not putting up better offers, for not contesting against some of these bigger companies. I mean, you want to be the number two promotion, you want to be in that conversation. You got to step up your game. And TNA are just content to be the single A farm system for WWE. If you want to get going, you got to hold on to some of these future stars like Jake Doyle, like the Rascals. And that's one of the big issues here for TNA. Massive gain for AEW is it's not one, two, three, it's all four Rascals members. You got Dez, Wentz, Miguel, and Myron Reed. I mean, it's ungodly the amount of talent in that group if it was just the OG trio, but you add in Myron Reed, one of the hottest young prospects in wrestling, kind of similar in his style, where he's this speedy high flyer on the level of, a Javon Evans, on a Leon Slater. I mean, this is the group. If you're looking to revitalize your tag division, you got four guys who can do the job right
That's
there
it, man.
in the
That's it.
Rascals
You lose the ops and you get the Rascals into the Trios Championship scene as
seamlessly.
well. So I do think with the TV deal, it's strange.
Yeah.
Like TNA is clearly pushing to stay alive, but they're losing all this talent, and Leon Slater is out the door, lickety split. So I really don't know what to make of TNA. Like
Yeah.
they have Kazarian, they did have Kazarian. as the world champion, a vet that they've just had to rely on because of their lack of talent. Um, I really don't know what to make of the major title scene. I don't know what to make of the mid card.
It's just dead.
Um, yeah, I don't get how they're still pushing to the TV deal with while simultaneously losing talent. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
And that's the thing. The folks that you're bringing in aren't exactly, top tier replacements for some of these bigger names either. It just, the math ain't mathin'. It doesn't even make sense at this
Yeah.
point. There's a saying, goes
Has the
way
math
back.
ever mathed in TNA though?
Oh no, there's a saying, it goes way back. Probably even before we were born. It's lol TNA. It just, yep, sums up everything with this
Yep.
company. Man.
I will
But,
say though, it was a big moment on
oh
TNA.
yeah.
Santana takes down Kazarian. We got a new world champion. That'll bring the ratings up a little bit on the first episode.
Yeah. Not bad of a bump.
I
Not bad
think
of a match
Santana
either.
was bound to get back to that major title scene.
It
I
was a
think he's the
mistake to
right
let Kaz
guy.
win it in the first
Yeah,
place, though.
he's definitely the right guy to carry them into this
Yeah.
new era on TV.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, not much else to it. The match was okay. There's no big spots. There's no big moments. It was an overall dull episode with that
Yeah.
elegance crap. I I am beyond disgusted. That was like what was it? Gobbledygooker
Oh, yeah.
level embarrassment.
Like, come on, man.
It was you can't be doing that in the
You
Big
can't be doing that. In
26.
2026, you can't be
You
doing
can't
that
be
kind of stuff.
revealing them out of an egg.
It's so dumb.
Oh,
And you know what? The worst part of it all is advertised as one of the big stars showing
when
up.
in doubt, lol TNA,
Lol
man.
TNA. One of the big stars they had advertised who showed up in that god awful segment was Perez Hilton. For the three of you out there who may have an
There's
inkling as
not
to
three.
who
There's
Perez
no
Hilton
way.
is, to the one of you out there that may think they know who Perez Hilton is, you're thinking of Paris Hilton. And Perez Hilton is a scummy, scummy, scummy paparazzi reporter who got infamous in the early 2000s for taking some creepy shots of an underage Miley Cyrus. So TNA decides, yes, that's the guy to bring in to star
That's my
alongside.
guy.
That's my guy. This is our ride or die. For our debut episode on AMC, we're bringing in this scumbag dipshit who got popular in the 2000s for literally all of 5 minutes. Lol TNA.
On AJ Styles Day, bro. How are you gonna do that?
How?
You got the phenomenal one in your house. Oh man.
And speaking of scum, they also brought out Dixie Carter to celebrate all the work she's done for
All
TNA.
the work, all the generous work.
All the work.
Oh my God, what a clusterfuck.
We don't have time to lay out all the things Dixie Carter did wrong for TNA,
We
but
don't need to.
she's legitimately the reason the company almost died about 12 times in the last 20
Oh my
years.
Lord.
She's the reason the company should be dead right now. It's unreal, man. And they bring her out like it's some sort of celebration. There's no irony, there's no subtlety in this. It is no, no, let's celebrate the history of TNA with the person who almost made TNA history. Literally. Man,
Oh,
TNA
but thank
is.
God we got the Sonya Deville debut, baby.
Yes!
That saved us. That
Sonya Deville
saved us.
doing a horrible Stephanie McMahon impression. Okay, you know what? You know what? For all of the crap that we gave TNA rightfully, the only part of that night that I'm okay with outside of Santana winning the title back, Cora Jade is a new member
Yeah,
of the Knockouts
that's kind of
division.
cool.
That's pretty cool. It seemed like she was gonna kind of ride off into the sunset after being released from WWE, But you know what? She's
Hmm.
young. She's got a lot of talent. There's a bright
She's
future
got
there. And
potential.
if TNA
We
handle
know
her well,
AEW is probably going to pick their top three knockout competitors, so
I
why
mean,
not?
yeah. But yeah, like bright future. Injury history is a bit sketchy, but if you can get the best out of her and really give her time to shine
Yeah,
and grow as a performer on a similar stage to NXT, I think there's a lot of potential in her.
I
So
definitely think so too.
by
But
no means a bad moment.
I will say the inspiration, um,
Like,
that's
that's
there's
interesting.
some question marks there, man. I could
Yeah.
definitely see them making a return to WWE with the
Yes.
heat of the women's tag team division right now. They are they the only women's tag team in the 2010s? Like,
I mean, like it
unless you're
feels
counting
like
the
it.
women's revolution with Team Bad and Team Bella, and like, I guess the Bella twins were one, but the formerly Iconics, they were the only women's tag team of their time in WWE.
And
So I
that's
think
the
with that,
point. Like
yeah, with that
there were
division
other
built up, they got a
yeah,
chance.
there were other people who were put into tag teams, but there
Exactly.
hasn't been a bona fide tag team like the Iconics in forever. And
Yeah.
just for context, hopefully you didn't watch TNA's debut on AMC, but they did drop the Knockouts tag titles to the Elegance brand. Good Lord. But it is being reported that they dropped the titles because their contracts are up, that they are now
Yeah.
free agents. So that WWE return, I am not opposed to it by any means. The Iconics are
I
awesome.
honestly think it's imminent. I
It
think
has to
WWE
be.
is the way to go.
It has to be. I mean, we talk a lot about the charisma, the humor that they bring to literally any promo segment. They're really solid in-ring workers too, especially as a tag team, and that's something WWE really needs right now. The women's tag scene is a little shaky. Most of it is just single stars who are thrown together for the sake
Yep.
of
And they're pretty
drawing
close to
power.
breaking apart. Nia Jax going after Julia,
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. They're not tag team competitors. Let's be real.
Like legit, you
Um,
just got
yeah.
the Kabuki Warriors and Rahio. Like that's it. You need to jazz it up a little, and I
Rio
think
isn't even a tag team, man. Come on. They're fighting at WrestleMania. Let's be real.
yeah,
So
like
I
it just
definitely
makes
think there's
sense.
room.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
know if all of them will be kaput. Lyra and Bailey are in the mix as well. Um,
Yeah, but it would be nice to
but
see
yeah,
the Iconics
I
back.
think it's the perfect spot,
Rumble
frankly.
return, maybe? Hmm?
Possibly.
Double entrant?
Possibly. I do have a big pick for the Rumble. I know I don't know if you follow Johnny on TikTok, but he made a great pick for a Royal Rumble debut, and I would like to hop on that pick.
Let's hear it.
Kendall Gray.
Oh,
I think that's
yeah.
a bit. I think that would be a great move.
That would
She
be
is
really good.
one of the freshest superstars in NXT, and she looks really good. She's been performing well. She hasn't had a bad match,
No,
and I think just letting main roster fans get to know her a little bit is a
exactly.
really smart idea because
Yeah.
she will definitely be in the major title picture in NXT soon. That's imminent, 100%. Um, and yeah, I think it's a great idea for people who may not watch NXT to see how good of a wrestler she is.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I would like to piggyback on that pick if we're talking about surprise Royal Rumble entrance. Kendall Gray has been very entertaining.
Very nice. And yeah, honestly, that's what the Royal Rumble should be. Like, take those five, six spots that you give to jobbers every single year, give them to some young guns. And I'm not talking, oh,
Exactly.
the NXT champ. I'm talking some people who even the main roster crowd might not know, who the smart fans might not know. Just give them a platform, get people comfortable with them, used to them. Give them knowledge of who the next stars of the next generation are going to be. Help elevate those talents. And I think Kendall Gray might be one of those talents that we see elevated in the Royal Rumble this year. Now, speaking of the Royal Rumble, Cam, it is that time once again. It's peak.
My favorite time.
It's Mount Rushmore time. This week,
Yes.
we are talking about Royal Rumble winners. And since you're so excited, why don't you take the lead?
Yes, yes, yes. We're talking Royal Rumble winners. That is a combo of heat at the time, whether they were meant to win that Rumble, how their storyline unraveled as they won that Royal Rumble, and after, whether they won the championship or not. All things playing into why these are my favorite Royal Rumble winners. And I gotta say, there are not a lot of 90s Royal Rumbles that I like.
Fair.
Before the Hulk Hogan early 90s wins, they were just Andre Memorial Battle Royal level matches. They were gimmick matches. They didn't have a lot of stakes. Mid 90s, arguably the worst era of wrestling. So those didn't have a lot
Arguably.
of storylines with Shawn Michaels. Maybe not. Maybe not. Early 2010s was pretty bad. Um, I will shout out the Ric Flair 92 win. That
Yes.
was really good. The iconic promo after didn't quite make my list. But these are all post 2000. I will say that. Three of them are post 2020, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Recency bias much.
This has been a great few years as far as Rumble
Oh,
winners.
yeah.
Plus, there's more options with the women's Royal Rumble. Anyways, I want to start off with the legendary Batista 2005 Royal Rumble. Gimme Batista. Gimme red hot Evolution Batista. And the final, we talked about it last week, probably talked about it the week before, because it's one of the best Royal Rumble moments ever. But
Oh.
Vince McMahon tears both quads when he comes down to the ring, mad as a MFer, and it's just hilarious to watch, but it's a good match too. It's a good ending.
Hmm.
It's a stacked Royal Rumble, a lot of stars in it, a lot of ruthless aggression stars before they became that guy. Um, I really liked it. I cannot find a bad part about that Rumble. But the winner specifically, Batista, this was the rise of his power. I believe this is the year he went on to face Triple H, and that was him breaking into the stratosphere. That was him breaking into the gold
Mix.
singles gold mixture. Yeah. So I think this was one of the best done boosts they've ever given to a mid Carter, and I don't know. That's my first pick. Now the
Very
rest are
nice.
after 2020. I'm gonna go with my no-brainer next. That's Cody finishing the story in 2024. It's better than his first win, I think.
Mm.
Even though I don't think he needed this win. This was the final with CM Punk. I could have easily seen CM Punk win and finally get his WrestleMania main event.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think Cody finishing the story is iconic. It's um, the best moment in wrestling for some people. It is. I'm makes me speechless, man. This storyline got me back into watching wrestling. This and the Roman Reigns 3 year reign. This was what got me back into the wrestling after that god awful late 2010s
Oh,
Roman Reigns down our fucking throat storyline. So, I hold a special place in my heart for that storyline alone because it is what rejuvenated me in WWE. And yeah, it's one of my favorite Rumble winners of all time.
very nice.
Let's go to the Women's Rumble because this was a major push. This was unbelievably done. This was the Thunderdome Royal Rumble as well, which is crazy. But I'm going Bianca Belair in 2021. Bianca Belair um, got a major push entering at the third slot. Um, I don't know if anybody predicted her to win. She wasn't on the radar of being a major singles competitor at this time, and she has been the cornerstone of the championship scene since then. She has been unbelievable in every single WrestleMania she's been at. This was the year she fought Sasha Banks at WrestleMania,
Mhm.
which is one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. Just puts on A+ matches, and this was the first time we saw Bianca Belair in that picture. So I think out of the women's Royal Rumbles, got to give it some respect. Asuka was on the border as well because it was the first one. She was great at that time,
Mhm.
but she didn't win at WrestleMania. You got to keep that heat going, and for that reason, I went with Bianca. And my final one, talked about it probably 2 weeks in a row as well. I love this Rumble. This is my favorite Rumble of all time. It's Drew McIntyre in 2020. This was another impeccably executed push. Drew McIntyre was not suspected to win. He came in at eight.
Mhm.
Unlikely. This theory took down Brock. This theory won the championship in the Thunderdome. This is the year he saved WWE from collapsing. I wouldn't put it past it. Like
It's true.
there there were some dark points as far as writing goes, let alone the fans not being there. And Drew McIntyre's reign single-handedly kept that company afloat. I think they would have plummeted if they put that title on John Cena, if they put that title on Brock Lesnar or
Mm.
Goldberg. I think they
Ooh.
would have plummeted. It would, but Drew McIntyre being a fresh face on the scene, it saved that era of wrestling, even though
Mhm.
I was so disgusted by the era before. I wasn't an avid watcher. But as I go back to rewatch Drew McIntyre matches in that championship reign, it really feels like he is the savior of that era.
The chosen one.
He is the chosen one. It's so refreshing seeing someone like that finally get their first big championship run, and that all
Mhm.
started at the 2020 Royal Rumble.
Well said. I really, really like that last pick. Like a cornerstone, an anchor, and just a great rumble all around. Now, for my picks, I'm going to start off with a more recent one with the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble, Bailey. That
I
was
like
a
it.
big
That was
win
big too.
for Bailey. You talk about big underdog wins. It's right there. It's something that you felt like was coming down the line, but it was only a matter of time before Bailey finally got her due, got the respect that she deserved, and the big WrestleMania match, which she ended up winning. It was a good match, too, by the way. And it was just a good story all around, and it all started right at that 2024 Women's Royal Rumble. Just a good, heartfelt underdog story, which parlays perfectly into my next point, which is I'm surprised you didn't have this on your list.
Mm.
Rey Mysterio
Oh, that
2006.
was close. That was
That is
very
heartfelt.
close.
That is an underdog showing
Right after Eddie's death. That was
right after. And
very, very close to the heart.
the emotions in that match. Ray going the distance, setting the time record, and
Coming
laying
out
it
in the
all on the line.
lowrider.
Oh man. It just like you cannot watch that and not get hit in the feels. If you don't feel emotional after watching that match, I'm sorry, but you're not human. And then the follow-up, the big Mania title win. Ray gets the love he deserves. He gets the respect, and he finally gets to, in a way, bring Eddie to the main event of WrestleMania. Man, it just hits you right in the feels. You want to talk about big winners. You want to talk about, good stories. It's all right there with Rey Mysterio in 2006.
Love it.
Now, to follow it up, we talk about big moments, none bigger than John Cena in
Yep.
2008. Yep, I had to go there.
I was feeling an itch for that one.
Yeah.
It was coming.
Now, that is arguably the biggest Royal Rumble moment of all time. John Cena
God, I
returning
wish I watched at that time.
3 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Cena coming back off of an
Who's number
injury.
30?
Yeah. And it's
Do, do,
Cena
do.
blows the roof off Madison Square Garden months. And I mean, that's the long side of months. We're talking like 5, 6, 7, 8 months away from returning. And boom, he just pops up at the Royal Rumble like nothing ever happened.
Well,
And it was a massive victory at the time. It really helped catapult Cena into the eyes of global pop culture as this big star, as the heir apparent to Hulk Hogan, as the people's babyface, as the
yep.
people's champ. And it all started from that Royal Rumble. He did go on to win the title at Mania. He did go on to win many more titles, but to me, that's the launching point of Cena's career, and that's this Royal Rumble win. It has to make my list for the top four Royal Rumble winners of all time. And then that brings me to my very last point. Becky Lynch in 2019.
I love it. I was looking at that one too, man.
Just fantastic. Right in the middle of the man, right in the middle of her arguably being the most popular wrestler on the planet.
Yep.
Forget gender, forget company. Becky Lynch was it at the time.
The man.
WWE struck while the iron was hot, and boy, was it ever hot. The crowd went bananas for
Absolutely
Becky winning.
ballistic.
Oh, yeah, nuclear. And it was fantastic. It was a perfect win. It was right place, right time. You had to capitalize on it, and WWE did. Becky Lynch, really rising up as arguably the face of the modern women's revolution, stepping into the spotlight like very few other wrestlers did at the time in terms of, again, global pop culture recognition. And it really stems from that 2019 Royal Rumble win. Leads to her becoming two belts Becky, holding the title, holding both titles actually, carrying it into the pandemic and really carrying WWE during, as you mentioned, Cam, the late 2010s, which were a very, very rough period to watch. Becky Lynch was a shining star at the time and shone bright under the bright lights in the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble.
Then
Nothing
she
left to
had to go
say.
have a baby.
It's true.
Yeah.
But the
That
moment
that that
stands.
era of Becky Lynch was so good.
Peak.
So good.
All right. Whew. Deep breath. We've gotten the Royal
I
Rumble
like
out of
your
our
list better
system.
than mine. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, here's a chance to redeem yourself because it's the second specialty segment of
All
the
right.
day. Push or bury. Due to popular demand, we've brought this segment back after about a week or two of not having it. It's a fan favorite. It's one of our favorites to do out of the half dozen segments we've done so far. And push or bury, it's time. We've got a fresh new crop of talent. So
Mm-hmm.
tell you what, I'll lead things off this time around.
All
It's
righty.
someone we mentioned earlier in the episode, Cam. Given his current status, his current age, and his wrestling abilities, would you push or bury on the main roster all ego Ethan Page?
That's a great question. Could I see Ethan Page holding the WWE Championship? I'm gonna say yes. I
Ooh.
I can to he did really well with his NXT Championship reign. He's putting on some of the most underrated character work in WWE right now. I love the stuff he's doing with Chelsea Green. If he gets the right push with the right with the right matches, I could totally see down the line. Even though he's older, he won't be a multi-time champion, I'll tell you
Hmm.
that. Um, he won't have superstar, like crazy superstar platform, but kind of like they're putting Finn Balor into the title picture now. He could have a throwaway title go his way. I don't know if he can carry a brand, but can he win a majors title under the right circumstances? I think he can.
All right, all right.
All right, I'll go with somebody we mentioned early on in this episode. He just transferred over to WWE and he's in a faction right now. Formerly known Wesley. Let's go Desmond Xavier.
Ooh, the new AEW transfer.
Yep,
All right. I
let's hear
think,
it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would give Desmond Xavier everything I've got. I think that really, really stands out as an indicator of what his talent level is. I mean, we mentioned the Rascals earlier, all fantastic workers in their own right, but only one of them has really had a breakout singles run, and that's Desmond Xavier in NXT, where he was, as Wesley, the cardiac kid, was just, banger after banger after banger, 5-star match, 5-star match, 5-star match, really helped lift up NXT in some of the shakier days following the 2.0 era and even during the 2.0 era. Just fantastic matches, character work. It's something I mentioned with Mike Bailey in the last
Mhm.
time we did this segment. You can teach people how to cut a good promo. You can teach people how to carry themselves as a good character. You can't teach talent. And Wesley, Desmond Xavier, he's got talent and spades. I mean, the guy is just fantastic, a high flyer, a technical wrestler, really on par with, the Carmelo Hayes of the world, where he's this young rising star. He's got a mix of styles in his bag. All he needs is the right situation. And yeah, I could see Desmond Xavier leading a new generation of stars at the top of
Huh.
AEW.
I like it. I like that take. I think he didn't get that opportunity in NXT as Wesley,
Yeah.
as we all know. I think he's bound for singles gold. I completely agree.
All right. Keeping it in the era of Elite, would you push or bury a stalwart young tag team besieged by injuries but showing oodles of potential? We're talking about Dante and Darius Martin, top flight. Push or bury, Cam.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I tell you what, they do have oodles of talent. I think there's a lot of like tag team space opening up in AEW with the push of Jet Speed. I think Kevin Knight and Speedball could both go singles. They'll still be associated, but they could totally be single stars. Cope and Cage, they don't have long left. Um, Powerhouse and Shibata split up now. I definitely think there's some space for Top Flight to work their way into the tag team scene. Um, Now, can they carry a tag team division?
Yeah. It's not a matter of will they fulfill their potential, is
Yeah,
it's more, are you going to push them to the moon and make them
yeah.
reach those high highs?
Thing is, I'd probably push them on a different brand.
Mm.
I don't think they fit that grittiness that AEW thrives off of, that their major title picture and major tag team title picture thrives off of. Could I see them holding the NXT championships? I totally think so. Could I see them be like a Motor City Machine Gun division, DIY division type tag team on SmackDown? I totally think so. I
Hmm.
don't think they fit the image of AEW, So technically, I am saying they could hold major title gold, just not in AEW. So I will give them a push. I will give them a push.
but just not in AEW.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Very different from what we have on here.
They fit that new gen of WWE wrestling, going for the more exciting,
Aphraxia.
young talent. Yeah, that's a very good comparison, actually. All right. Now, this woman has just been called up not too long ago, hasn't had too many reps. Um, I want to see if you think she's deserving of those reps or not. Let's go Lash Legend.
Ooh, that is a spicy one. Yeah, that's really good.
Thank
Honestly,
you. Let me give me a pat
oh
this
yeah,
time.
well deserved, well deserved. Yeah, I think you'd be a fool not to push Lash Legend. Again, you can teach good promo skills. You can teach good
Yep.
character work. You can't teach raw strength, pure talent. Lash Legend has that and then some. Genuinely one of the strongest wrestlers on the SmackDown roster, was really a standout of that metaphor faction in NXT. It just makes sense. Like, she's like WWE's equivalent of Megan Bayne.
I
Just this
like that.
powerhouse, this beast that can take out anybody on the roster and nobody would blink an eye. I think, yeah, she's got a very bright future ahead of her. I think, under my careful and considerate booking, we would speed that future up just a little bit,
Ooh,
put a title on her ASAP.
nice. Mid card ASAP or major title?
Is this push them to the US title, or is this push them to the moon,
Oh,
Cam?
take a seat, Cargill.
Let's face the facts. This is a push to a world
Yep.
title.
You're talking
All the way to the
ASAP
top.
for
I
Lash Legend.
I'm saying Lash Legend has it. She's got the it factor, that
Interesting.
attention grabbing presence whenever she's on screen. You can't
A
deny
little
that.
bit
You
of a
gotta strike.
sidetrack, but is she a Royal Rumble option like this soon?
Hmm. Okay. Outside of the context of my hypothetical push, I'd say give it a year or two.
Okay.
Give her time to be built up to stand on her own outside of her partnership with Nia Jax. I think she has a good showing in this year's
Hmm.
Rumble, but I don't think she wins it for
Couple of
another year or
limbs.
two.
Couple of limbs, maybe.
Yeah.
I could see it.
All right. The last pick on my part is one of the brightest young prospects in wrestling. Emphasis on young. Still a very bright future, has been wrestling on a decently sizable stage for well over 4 to 5 years now, while she was still in her teens. One of the bright prospects who has faltered in the title shots that she has received, maybe not quite as much faith to
Who
stack
the
up against
hell
her
is this?
potential. We are talking Billy Starks,
Billy Starks, huh?
Athena's protege,
I don't
one of
have
the
much
breakout
game on
stars.
Billy Starks. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh,
She's not on AEW. Is she Ring of Honor?
yeah. ROH
Interesting.
has
Ring
had
of Honor
appearances
member on
in
Push or Barry,
AEW.
eh? Like Push on AEW. Could she win the AEW Women's Championship?
Yeah, I think that's the context to what we're giving it.
There's some open space on that roster, let me tell you. Oh man, because the major title scene is shifting a little bit in AEW as well. There's some opportunities here. Like Jamie Hayter's in and out. Tekla and Chris just made a a completely new picture instead of names like Storm, names like Mercedes Moné, names like Mariah May. So there's some room, and AEW is clearly willing to flip a division on its head and push brand new people. Oh, that's tough.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say with the flexibility that AEW holds in its women's division right now, I could say she could make her way, but it's not gonna be instant like Lash Legend, like you say. This is a 4 to 5 year project.
Hmm.
I think she's got to make it out of ROH and become a regular member of the roster first. And until then, see what work she does, see how she gets over, whether that includes a heel turn, whether that includes a babyface run, who knows? But in my quick research of her ROH work, I think she's got the match quality. I think she's got the mic quality as of right now, or the mic potential to be on that level of the card. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give it a hesitant yes, but I'm gonna say a yes.
All right, a cautious push.
Yes.
All
But
right.
that is a very gracious push.
I caught you
There
off
needs to
guard,
be
but
there needs to be like a Britt Baker to WWE type empty of the main card or top of the card in AEW, but I could if it keeps shifting like it has, I don't see why not.
all right, great answer. Great answer.
Now, this guy has had a push before. He's suffered some injuries. He's had some tag team push gold on multiple different promotions too. But
Okay.
I want to see if you finally give him the reins, give him the world title, because he's been putting in some pretty good work. Um, let's go Big Bill, formerly
Oh,
Big Cass. Are you giving him the AEW World Championship, Josh?
damn. That is such a good subject for Pusher Barry.
That is the textbook push or bury.
This this one hurts because I just can't see it.
No,
I I wouldn't bury him, but that's not the name of the game. Oh man. It's a
can he
very
carry a division?
no, it's a
Yeah,
very, very reluctant Barry. Would I push him to a mid-card title? Absolutely, any day of the week. And I think most fans of AEW would agree with me that he's earned it, that he's deserved it, that he can absolutely hold up a mid-card title with ease. But like I said, that's not the name of this game. I am very, very, very begrudgingly going to have to go with Barry. I mean, the guy is just fantastic. He's really turned not only his in-ring work, his character work, whatever, his life. He's turned his life around in the last few years. He was dealing with substance abuse issues. He was dealing with injuries,
locker room issues as well.
locker room issues, but he cleaned up his act.
Yeah,
He grew up. He really got clean, got in ridiculous shape, and has put in the work to improve his work. And I love him for that. I respect
yeah.
the hell out of him. And I mean, who would have ever thought he'd be the bigger star, the bigger grown up out of the two between him and Enzo?
I
But
mean, I could have guessed
man,
that.
yeah,
If you're
in
talking grown up,
retrospect.
maybe.
But like, he's really turned his life around and in turn his career in the last few years. And I really respect the hell out of that. But I just can't put him in that world title scene in good conscience. And it's a very, very begrudging Barry for Big Billiam.
I I think if you want my 2 cents, I think it's as
Let's hear it.
simple as his style does not mix with the
Yeah.
modern wrestling era.
Tag teams, yeah. Mid card,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
World
he's
title.
he's a giant. Nobody goes to see giants anymore. And
Oh,
he's not like a giant like Big Show was or like Big Daddy V was or like um Giant Gonzalez.
no one paid to see Giant Gonzalez.
They
I'm
did.
sorry, man.
It was more of a circus back then, but that's my point. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't just get money off height anymore. You got to be a quality wrestler.
And he
I
is.
guess people still see him as a giant instead of like could put on 5-star matches, which sucks because he does put on solid matches, but I still think his mic work isn't there. He's
Yeah.
put in a lot of work. He's become much better, but yeah, there's just nothing that stands out, you know?
Unfortunately,
Yeah. So
man.
along with you, I agree. I think he's like the perfect mid Carter to like. Are you gonna bury Big Bill? No.
No.
Is he off the roster tomorrow? No.
Like, no.
Like, but is he beating MJF tomorrow? No.
Can he beat Swerve? Conceivably. Can he beat Hangman? Can he beat Joe? Can he beat
Yeah.
MJF? No. And that's the sad fact that I don't want to confront. I love me some Big Bill, some Big Cass, but at the end of the day, for what he makes up in height, he just can't make up for in star power. And that hurts me to say.
I I stand alongside you, Josh. I agree. I don't think he fits the modern era, and for that reason, I'm not giving him the major title either. So you're not alone. Don't worry.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you.
Well, with that somber note, this week's episode of the Superkick Society officially comes to a close. But there's a lot of excitement on the horizon with the Royal Rumble just 2 weeks away. So you'll want to tune in to next week's episode with a lot more Royal Rumble info, a lot more storyline info as we get closer and closer to one of the biggest events in wrestling of the year. But until then, let's take a look at what we have in store for next week's episode, Josh. Um, you wanted it, we got it. We're bringing back Dream Match Generator. For those of you who are not watching the YouTube version, Josh has been silently screaming into his mic for 10
I
seconds.
didn't want to actually scream because for the audio only version of this podcast, that would be disturbing.
So
But
Josh has
yeah,
picked a side.
for our audio listeners, just close your eyes for a second, replay the last 10, 20 seconds of audio, and just imagine this in the back of your head. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So clearly, Josh is a Dream Match Generator fan. Uh, harking to his Kenta Kobashi versus Gunther
Oh,
match, which I am a big fan of. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We'll have 5 more matches coming on next week's episode and next week's edition of Dream Match Generator. But let's talk about what we got on in store for the Mount.
so excited you
Brain is
can't even
fried.
say it. One
What
more
do we
try.
got in store for the Mount Rushmore? Went a little
We have
faster.
got
Had to get it out of
Matt
my brain.
Kit Wilson brain rot. Um, it's
Let's hear it one
oh
more
god, I'm
time for the
blanking
Kit
on now.
Wilson brain rot.
All I can think is Kit Wilson. God damn it, Cam.
Top 4 Kit Wilson moments.
Yeah, top four Kit Wilson moments. All right, so on next week's edition of Mount Rushmore, I am proud to announce that we will be going over our respective top four Royal Rumble eliminations of all time.
Mm.
There's a lot of good ones to pick from, a lot of
These are
exciting
pretty
spots
easy
and
to
moments.
forget too, so we're gonna have to have some deep cuts.
Exactly, and that's the fun part about it. It's fun for us, it's fun for you, fun for the whole family.
Fun, fun, fun.
Well, on that happy note,
We went from a somber note to a very happy note
oh
as
yeah,
we
peaks and valleys.
just keep itching for this Royal Rumble to come with massive question marks on who's gonna win.
Kit Wilson.
There is a lot of anticipation, a lot of predictions, as you can see. Uh, but on that note, there's nothing more we have for this weekend other than to look forward to the end of January and for the 2026 Royal Rumble. But until then, I've been your host, Cam Sterling, joined by the Josh Alderman,
Ooh,
and we'll see you next time.
Kit Wilson.